Hi Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising, welcome to your lunar eclipse reading. This lunar eclipse is taking place on May 16th and is happening in your 6th house of Scorpio. We had a solar eclipse on April 30th in Taurus, and that was the time of the new moon, and the lunar eclipse is for full moon. So that was about new beginnings and new potential, and this one is about releasing and ending a certain cycle and planning to begin something new here. Now the 6th house, 12th house axis is very interesting because the 12th house is very hidden. It is mysterious, right? It can be unsolved things or the unconscious things that we are not even aware of. Meanwhile, 6th house is our day-to-day lives and the mundane activities, our daily schedules, and there can be some transformations that take place or some shifts that you create for yourself in terms of your routines, your diet, your health regimen. You can include some type of exercise in your everyday life, and yeah, that can positively benefit you here. It can also be talking about the job that you do. Now there is Saturn in your 9th house of Aquarius squaring the Sun and the Moon. Squares are conflicts and struggles, and that happens because they come with a lot of energy than we are generally accustomed to. So we don't really know how to extend ourselves. How do we expend all of this extra resource that is coming up to us? That's when we feel an internal sense of anxiety or frustration, and we are prone to overreactions around this time. Especially when we have the full moon here, already our emotions are heightened, so look out for that. But the point of this is that there is a karmic breakthrough wanting to happen for you. So unconscious limitations and karmic cycles that have been going on, which have either gone on unnoticed or have been happening in the background in a spiritual sense, that will come more to your awareness, or there can be just that blockage being removed at this time, and you experience more comfort with your everyday life. Also keep in mind that eclipses have a lot of energy here, so there can be you might, like, how do I say this? You might feel a little bit tender around this time, or just be careful of overexertion, because it can just make you feel quite uncomfortable. It's in the health house over here, so that surge of energy. Try to keep things low-key a little bit, just balance your work life and take rest in between as best as you can here, because Mercury retrograde in the 12th house, that's where it is, by the way, and also the North Node is in your 12th house. So there's a lot of inward focus. As much as you can, try to reflect and rest and recuperate, introspect, all of these things, that bring your life to more clarity. Doing more things like that is going to help you positively transform yourself. So let's say you want to do a lot of work, or you have a lot of projects going on at this time that you don't have enough time to rest, then it is time to think about, how can I make more time for myself in my everyday life by doing some little things that can make more space for me. Okay, then we have Pluto retrograde in the 8th house of Capricorn, trining the 12th house. So there can be new realizations and epiphanies that come to you which are of a psychological nature, that shift the way that you perceive your own blocks or limitations. Fears and insecurities that have been blocking you so far, that can come into an awareness. There can be new opportunity for healing coming for you here. 6th house is about healing as well, so look out for these things. Trines are positive aspects and opportunities, but of course it is up to us to apply these things in our everyday life for the full benefit to show up. We also have Neptune and Mars in Pisces, and that is trining the moon in Scorpio. And Neptune rules Pisces here, so there can be some, again, idealistic manifestations and fated fated results that take place, which are again for your benefit in terms of your career. And there can be this new drive and new motivation towards where is it you want to be headed in terms of your ambitions here. Okay, what are you striving towards? Where do you want to put your fuel? There can be a new imagination or inspiration that dawns upon you, and you wish to kind of recalibrate the goals you have for this life, or what type of reputation you wish to be building for yourself. So there's a lot of clarity that comes in with this eclipse, and these things will help you deal with the challenges that Saturn is posing at this time. 9th house and Saturn in there is about belief systems and your philosophical view, your religious institutions and spiritual orientation as well. So you can have some unconventional belief systems going on, and on one side it can be simply about rebelling the norm, and on the other side it can be about standing out, being your own person, and having your own style of believing in something, right? Not one thing is bad or good. It is really up to the person and how they feel most connected with themselves and the universe here, right? So it's kind of breaking down dogmatic belief systems that have been instilled from a long time. That can happen here, and that really shifts the way that you perceive the world, the reality that you are experiencing. And now it's kind of the slate is clear for you to think about, okay, so what can I do with this, or what needs to be done now? How can I approach things, and what is truly my potential, right? Okay, and Mars again is about that fuel and determination here. So there's really a lot of positive energy that can come your way in terms of your career and ambitions that really set the stage for you to achieve the goals and the routines that you wish to have. If you want to make more time for your health, you will find that your job allows you to have more space, or you manage a way to work lesser or from home or some place that you're more comfortable, and that allows you to have a positive shift in your mindset. On the plus side, if you can take some breaks around this time, May 16th or even a little bit later, then around this holiday time, you can get a lot of insights from yourself as well. Okay, let's shuffle these last two. Okay, that was fast. Let's see your tarot first. We have 5 of Swords. We have the Hanged One or the Hanged Man. We have Temperance, balancing, moderation, patience. This is about rest, recuperation. 5 of Swords can be about just having too many things at once, and it can feel like a conflict, can be a little bit frustrating around this time here. And we do have Saturn, the planet of restrictions, also causing challenges and conflicts with your hidden self and also your everyday life. So yeah, look out for that you can feel more drained than usual around this eclipse. So it's important to manage yourself. Like I said, piece yourself to things one by one. Take as many rest times as you can. We have the Tower coming up, a lot of major arcana, and I mean, it is quite a powerful time. We have the Emperor as well, again a major arcana. And we have the Elder of Pentacles. So this is excellent for like career, business, and money here. 6th house, if you have your own business, then this can be that you get a lot of work around this time, and it's all for the best. It's kind of working out according to your plans, but at the same time, you are finding it difficult to take some rest. It's tiring, but it's kind of good tiring for certain things, but it is not beneficial if you burn yourself out. So it is important to take a breather along the whole journey here. The Tower can be that unexpectedly things are shifting and taking place for you. You're surprised by how things are developing, and this is also about getting epiphanies and new realizations. So breaking down old foundations that are not helping you form a healthy and stable a work routine or stable business or stable whatever. The foundation that is weak is going to be broken down, and that breakdown will draw your attention towards it. And lately I've been thinking, if you have to redo something, do it better. If something had not worked, whether it was there's no use blaming, the technology failed, or it just did not work and because of so and so reason. Okay, fine, that's great. Now that you know the reason, it's time to shift out of that. It's time to do something about it. And if nothing was your fault in the process anyway of things not working out, whether it is in a work sector or in your own life, the choices you've made and stuff like that, then it's about just recalibrating. Now there is a chance now to rebuild. So when you rebuild, how do you want to establish yourself? That's the question here. If you redo, then redo better. Okay. The Hanged One is giving you that different perspective. Being on the moon, looking at the earth, that's not something we usually experience. It's kind of shifting the perspectives and seeing how things go. So when you're reacting from an insecure space versus when you're reacting from a very secure space, what does it look like? And the breakthroughs that are coming through here, that can give you this completely different perspective and insight into your own life. And that gives you, again, more scope to how you want to rebuild your life in the following days, in the following months, okay? Okay, letting go of destructive cycles, basically. Okay, we have accept and receive. We have what does your soul say? The highly spiritual here. That could be that epiphany, and the Hanged One is as well, has a very strong spiritual element to it. By seeing things from a different perspective, it is gathering a lot more awareness, and that allows the ego to take a back seat. And when the ego takes a back seat, the spirit comes in and you flow naturally. You take a pause, you reflect, okay, and once you're aware, you start moving again. And this time that you move is not going to be the same as how you moved before. The way you worked before will not be the same as how you will work in the future, because you're taking a spiritual standpoint. The focus here, the sun in your 12th house, is bringing into focus what your soul wants, and you can get very clear insights about it. Okay, then we have external validation. Yes, in terms of your career, your public sector with the 10th house, 6th house, there can be some accolades that come through. Some, again, things that have been due to you, things you have manifested, some progress, some designation, promotion, increment, something, that can come in here as well. And if you have your own business, then more clients coming through and your reputation being built. Then we have your soul shines. Yes, so 2 mentions of the soul here. What does it say? And your soul shines. And we have the sun in the 12th. Sun in 12th is lighting up the spirit, okay? It's lighting up the spiritual realm. Your soul shines, literally the star here, right? Your spirit is the star at this time. And it is going to take you on a journey. It can be unexpected because it speaks in unexpected ways. It's very hidden, and it makes itself known when it absolutely needs to. Otherwise, it allows, or it flows along with the ego and the material life that we are leading here, right? So the soul insights that come in, you can get some vivid dreams here that have very important symbolism for you, that can help you break through out of your limitations into your abundance, building a new idea, a new sense of stability for yourself moving forward. Okay, then let's take a look at the flowers, then we'll move on. We have devotions and dream fulfilled. Yeah, the devotion can be about the 9th house. It could be something you're praying for, or you have been asking for a long time, and you're moving away from the asking for it from others. You're moving into, I believe it now, this is it, this is what I wished for. And even though I did not expect that it would come in such a manner, it came, and I'm very happy that it is here. Okay, my devotion paid off, my dreams have been fulfilled, or I know that they will be fulfilled as I keep moving along this path. Then we have eternal memories. This is something to remember. Yes, of course, we have 4 major arcana out of 6. That's crazy. That's 67% of all the tarot over here, and that's quite a lot, actually. So this is going to be an important one for you. and these epiphanies that you get, that can be an awakening moment for some of you. And again, that it's like, nope, I can't do this same old thing again and again. I've paid very little attention to the Five of Swords because just these things are so loud and clear that this is kind of the prequel to your story here, right? Five of Swords is just an annoyance and a struggle, an internal conflict perhaps as well. And that is no longer relevant, I feel like. You're working through it. Through rest and recuperation, through pacing yourself, through making necessary changes and allowing the fates to flow you towards more abundance. Because we're finishing with stability and abundance here, something that moves into the future. The Tower breaks down foundation, and the Elder of Pentacles has mastered foundation. The Emperor rules structure. Okay, and we have elegance and patience. Yes. Really like doing things as they come. With the Temperance, I said, pace yourself, moderate your work as best that you can given your circumstances, and just everything will be fine, everything will be accomplished. There is an internal reassurance that is coming to you. You feel a lot of support, you feel a lot of connectedness with the larger picture, and I feel like your fear is kind of dissipating. Okay, there is more breakthrough, so it's just evaporating. Like with this, the smoke is very highlighted for me here with the Temperance. You know, the fire and water each quenching, the water quenching the fire as it rises up, and there is just smoke in between. That is the combination of both, but not like either one, right? So it's you're alchemizing into something different by combining your own qualities. The hidden treasures as well are making themselves known, or you can again get some guidance as to how you should make your everyday routines and steps to take you one more step closer to what you wish to establish for you. Okay, we have surrender with the Hangman. What does your soul say? I'm going to put this right here because it's absolutely perfect. And we have begin with the new moon. So yes, the solar eclipse that happened on April 30th, that could have been a very strong time for you as well. I don't remember your reading now, but you know, I would suggest that you watch it because I discuss a lot about that. I will link that in the description box in the comment below. So, you know, you have a better idea of what is beginning now, what has begun, and how this is a continuation of what has already begun here for you. Okay, but this is talking about just the slate being clean again, things that are needing to be released. They are removing themselves from your life. It's a time of decluttering and surrendering to the process. And it's extremely important to surrender and just trust that the things that leave your life at this time or don't work anymore, that it's for the best, right? I feel like most of you already know what that would be, but just in case you don't as well. The 12th house is quite unknown, so, you know, it can be unexpected, like for real, you know, you're not really seeing it, but then you hear a voice from within you and it is very loud and clear. But if we are constantly engaged in something, or we are forcefully trying to react to the ego and the structure and the tangibility, then the magic of the 12th house cannot come through. The spirit cannot shine. We won't know what the soul says, and we cannot observe our soul shine either. Right? We look for external validation instead of feeling it inward. We are not able to receive information as best as we want to, right? So all of this kind of gets blocked if we are not surrendered, especially around eclipse time here. Okay? So let's see what we have. My capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. Yes, tapping into this unknown resource of power and inner strength and illumination, it can feel quite, again, empowering and surprising. I feel like you would need a moment, you know, you would need a moment here in this eclipse. Okay, then we have my vibes speak louder than my words, and we have so much butterflies and the crown chakra, the purple It's talking about, again, spiritually evolving and transforming yourself into a vibe. You know, you're not saying things and not meaning them. You're saying things, you're meaning them, you're embodying them, and you're evolving yourself into something that is more authentic to you. You know, you're setting yourself free. There is a lot more freedom with the butterflies here. It moves from the caterpillar, which, you know, moves on the ground, and it's slow and steady, has patience and so on, and later on it flies and can fly far and wide as well, right? But if you're not grounded, if you don't go through certain experiences and you don't go slow, then you cannot fly far and wide, as is the purpose of flight, right? So all the transformations here are very necessary, and again, just roll with it, because it's bringing you much closer to who you want to be. Okay, then we have, through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect of peace in the world. Yes, the prayer and meditation is very closely linked with the 12th house. That is, again, going inward, introspecting, recuperation, resting, relaxing, taking a holiday, taking a pause. All of these things are 12th house here. So there can again be some routine shifts that you make to make more time for yourself. You realize that it's a high priority for you to orient with what your spirit wants, and there can be just more prayer and meditation you do to keep you calm, to replenish yourself before you get back to your everyday life. It can be just a habit that you incorporate. And that, of course, is leaving you more peaceful, more well-managed, and you're able to flow regardless of any turbulence. You just, you're really flowing along with life as long as you surrender. And yes, okay. It's quite a natural process, really. Okay. So, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, some guidance for them, please. Okay, your reading went on quite long. Okay, you got more cards as well. Okay, so we have Pelican. Choose to follow the path of forgiveness and raise your vibration. Okay, anything else? Yes, what do we have? Nuthatch. Stay grounded and welcome the new knowledge and perspective coming to you. Yeah, choose to follow the path of forgiveness and raise your vibration. Again, it feels like release your burdens and go with what is being guided. I'm getting the image of judgment here. Yeah, I'm getting an image of judgment for the Pelican. So, you know, following the soul purpose, listening to that soul call, not resisting the call, instead trusting that whatever is coming is much more colorful, much more vibrant and more fulfilling for you. And that's why you are feeling so drawn to it, and you want to lessen your shackles. You want to let go of things that don't help you anymore. And we have Vulture, which is accept the inevitable, let go of the past, and welcome a rebirth to begin. Yes, like so much is wishing to be birthed to you, new life, a new reality. That's what I'm feeling here. There's just so much love for yourself, for the people around you, the work that you do, you know, whatever is of importance at this time, and whatever this evolution is talking about here. But there definitely is a lot of growth, shift, and evolution coming for you. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Geminis. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope this gave you a lot of insights. Let me know your thoughts. And if you want a personal reading, you can always reach me via my Etsy shop, and I have a limited discount code for your zodiac as well. So if you want, whenever you want, you can claim that. And I hope to see you again. Until next time, take care. Bye.